Alright, we are live and streaming. Just a second. It's for syncing my audio recording in the future. Alright, we're gonna get right into it, folks. It's time for that Legend of Legaia. This is a good episode for streaming purposes here. Because we've got kind of some minor things to do. We gotta go to Drake Kingdom, or Drake Castle, talk to a bunch of NPCs, and then we're going to revisit Rim Elm with Noa, and see what people have to say about her. Then we're gonna do some faffing around on the world map and go to Biron Monastery, or Biron Monastery. When I was a kid, I used to pronounce it Biron. That might slip out a few times. So we are alive, following our boss fight against Caravan. And we could just use a Door of Light and return right to the entrance, but for now, let's just go on foot. We'll get a little bit of extra money, a little bit of extra experience. And I also think that the random encounters, they drop in frequency once the mist is gone. So just some good old-fashioned trash. We're going to save Vahn's MP for Vera spells. Then we'll be leveling up the Vera spell. The better it gets, the eventually gets to the point where it can heal negative statuses. And that will be very important. Yes, there's a somewhat unavoidable amount of grinding in this game, and you know, it's a different old-fashioned mindset for these kinds of games. But I don't know, it can be kind of relaxing. So things are not going too shabby. I'm gonna reduce the... We're gonna go to -6 decibels on the game. And then just a little piece of advice, before you return to a town, you should use whatever MP you have remaining to heal with your magic. Because yes, you'll probably be getting a full heal at an inn or something like that. But you might as well take the opportunity to, you know, keep using and leveling up your healing spells. It'll pay off for you in the long run. Ooh, we surprised the enemy. That's unusual. I think we're powerful enough at this point, we don't need to use a hyper art necessarily. Noa maybe can't manage it, but we'll try. Oh, we're good. Alright, we're almost at Drake Castle. Let's go ahead and use Vera a couple times. Lovely. And now let's see what's going on at Drake Castle. The mist should be gone and the people should be safe.
Vahn! Voices! I hear a whole lot of voices from inside. Is it safe? Will we be okay?
Don't worry. You can also be an asshole and say, "Be careful, Noah." But we're gonna be nice.
All right, I won't worry since you're here, Vahn.
Travelers, have you driven away the mist?
Yes.
So what we heard was true. One look at the shining sorrow on your arms, and I understand how this miracle occurred. I am Drake III, king of this castle. You have my deepest gratitude.
Can I ask you something?
What is it, young lady?
There's some weird hair growing under your nose.
What? Oh! Young lady, this is called a mustache.
Whiskers? Whiskers! How weird!
Oh, actually, I'm quite fond of my mustache. So be it. Now, I wish to hear more about what happened. Young travelers, come over here.
Yes, Noah, having been raised in a cave by a wolf, has very minimal social skills.
What an amazing story. So Vahn was headed in search of Biron Monastery, in search of May's mother. My order to open the water gate must have caused you great hardship. I am sorry for that. But here, take this. It is the water key. Vahn, Noah, wait. I have a favor to ask you. I know that you both are on separate quests, but I ask you to remember the horrible mist that covers the earth, and that those like you, chosen by the Ra Seru, have a holy mission. I have not the authority to command you. You've saved Rim Elm and Drake Castle from the mist, but the suffering will not truly end until the whole world is free of the mist.
Mr. Drake, what does suffer mean? Are you talking about dinner?
No, that's supper. Suffer means to be very sad.
Suffering is when sad things happen. No! I don't want any more sad things to happen. I hate suffering. Vahn, that means we have to destroy the mist. That will stop the suffering.
Yes, I agree with Noah. I will detain you no further. Please continue on your journey. I will pray hard for a safe trip. Good luck.
Drake's a class act. I believe we can still rest in this room.
Ah, Vahn, are you tired?
Yes. I see. Then feel free to rest here. Yes, in most of the towns, you should never pay to rest at an inn. There's usually a free option.
Noah, where are you? I miss you. I want to see you. Who's there? Who is that? Whose voice is that? Noah, my dear, Mother can't hear you very well. Mother can't see you very well. Mother? Are you my mother? Noah, I want to see you. It's so dark here. Freezing cold. I'm in the deepest mist. The mist? You're in the deepest mist? Mother is at the source of the mist. Where? Where are you? Mother, where are you?
One of Noah's periodic dreams with her parents. Alright, we've healed up. Now we should investigate the castle for anything we missed. Now, in this room, this is the room where King Drake was imprisoned. There's a secret item here in this little window. The Platinum Card. Let's take a look. So, the Platinum Card. Buy secret items at special locations. Basically, if you have this item, certain vendors will have different items for sale. They're highlighted in blue. It's a really cool thing to have.
Before the mist came here, I heard a rumor that the mist comes from devices called mist generators located all over the world. When King Drake first told us of his plan to submit to the Seru, to be honest, I was very afraid. But now I'm glad that I trusted in King Drake.
Yeah, Drake's gambit paid off. You know, most of his people survived.
The mist still flows all over the world. Be very, very careful.
Vahn, did you come here from Rim Elm?
Yes.
I went there once when I was young. It's such a beautiful village.
Also, if you recall, when the people were entrapped in the cages, there were treasure chests that we couldn't reach.
We've been surrounded by the mist for 10 years. I'm glad I didn't grow up without even knowing it.
So yes, if you recall, when they're possessed by Seru, people do not age.
Oh, Noah, go downstairs and go outside the castle. There are a lot of stores there now.
Nothing can stop the march of commerce.
Uh-huh. You can see Mount Rikuroa and the Genesis tree from here. Drake Castle was saved by the immaculate power of Mount Rikuroa's Genesis tree.
It looks like most of the NPCs are not going to have anything especially riveting to say, but we'll check it out. Just a sec, folks. I smell a burning smell. Smoke smell. Apologies, folks. All is well. Okay.
I forgot what we were doing, Crammit.
Let's talk to an old lady.
When I was a Seru monster, it was almost like being dead. but you liberated us from death. You gave us a fresh start on life. We put on Seru, got in the dungeon, then the mist came. That's all I remember. I remember almost nothing about that period. It was like a long nightmare.
Do you know about the warrior monks of Biron?
Yes.
I'm impressed. So young, yet so knowledgeable.
Let's see, any chests in here? Doesn't look like it. Usually it's worth, like, checking out barrels and things. You never know. Sometimes there's hidden items.
Vahn, the creature that attacked Rim Elm said his name was Zeto. The name sounds familiar, but I can't remember where I heard it.
Zeto's a familiar name.
We did determine that the Genesis tree at Mount Rikuroa has the power to drive back the mist. Unfortunately, however, there is no guarantee that the power will last forever. The only real solution is to destroy its source, the mist generator in the northeast.
There are indeed many legends of the Genesis trees, but they are not of the human world. They will flower when the world is in danger. Come to think of it, I've also heard that the Genesis trees are cradles of holy Seru.
Yeah, you don't say.
Vahn, can I ask you something? Did you read this diary while I was in the mist?
Yes, I did.
How could you? I'm sorry, I guess I should have expected that. But please, don't tell anyone what you read in my diary.
That was the lady, I guess, the diary that was talking about, the grim decision that the people of Drake Castle had to make. Because there's nothing really on this level. We will continue going down. I know somewhere there's some chests.
Do the raw Seru really have the power to awaken the Genesis trees?
Yes.
Well then, you might like to know that Drake Kingdom has 4 Genesis trees, they say. One in Rim Elm, another at Mount Rikuroa. The other 2 are in the forest north of the Biron Monastery.
Sounds like a date with destiny. Here we go. There's a chest over here. No, it's just a healing leaf. Okay. Anything else?
There's nothing wrong with a man who enjoys his food, but they're eating just too much.
These guys are chowing down.
Well, to be human means to be hungry, right? I'm gonna make up for those years I didn't eat anything. I'm starving, famished.
Alright, these guys are chowing down.
Before the mist came, there was a Biron monk in the castle who taught us many arts. After the mist came, perhaps he was killed by the Seru. He left us a keepsake, a book called The Secrets of Biron. Do you wish to read it?
Yes, let me read it.
It's a very long book. Which chapter do you wish to read? A robust boy.
You already know the Charging Scourge. Spoilers. So basically, there are people in this game, NPCs you'll meet, that have the knowledge of fighting arts. And so, if you haven't discovered them yourself, they can, you'll learn the combo. I think I've learned everything for Vahn and Noa at this point. Charging Scorch and Swan Driver. And then we don't have a powerful warrior monk in our party, so, if you were playing through this for the first time, if you didn't know any of this stuff, you would make a note to yourself to come back here once you had a new party member. I think that's it for this level. Almost outside, but it's just worth checking. Okay, one more chest over here. Healing Bloom, we'll take it.
Now that the mist is gone, I suppose it's safe for us to use Saru again, but still, after being possessed by them for over 10 years, I just can't bring myself to wear one.
By the king's orders, I threw all the Saru in the castle into the river.
Yikes. The Saru are living things, from what I understand. But maybe they don't need to breathe oxygen. Another chest. Swift water. That reminds me, we've got some items like this. So, yeah, we've got Power Water, Guardian Water, and Swift Water. These are permanent stat buffs. Now, if you were first playing this game, you would probably feel compelled to try using them on, say, Noa, who has kind of a lot of very weak stats. Or maybe you'll save them for the third-party member, who kind of struggles a lot in the early game. But, strategically, the best person to use these items on is Vahn. And yes, he's the, the main character, quote-unquote. But the reason it's probably the best idea to give all these items to Vahn is that, like many JRPGs, there are optional fights in this game, many of which are extremely difficult, and they're usually like hidden or other sorts of optional challenges. And Vahn, he has a series of really nasty ordeals that only he can participate in. So, like, when you think about the fact that he alone has to take on some of these very hard combat-related challenges, it makes the most sense to use every single stat boost on Vahn. So, we're just going to use them. Boost his speed, boost his attack, boost his defense. And, like, Vahn, you'll see once we get our third-party member, but, like, Vahn is he's well-balanced. All his stats are kind of in the middle. So when you feed him all of these items over the course of the game, he just becomes very potent. And it kind of helps him, he just makes him very dependable.
Before the mist came here, I heard a troubling rumor that the mist comes from devices called...
Oh yeah, well, we know all this. People have told us about mist generators. And they got rid of the cage. Alright, now it's time for a fun little sequence. We're going to go outside. If anyone ever tells us anything about that painting.
How long were we asleep? I can't tell if it was a long time or a brief time.
It's been 10 years, my boy.
You guys got the water key from the king, right? Then use it to close the water gate outside.
Okay.
To the east, beyond the river by the castle, is Biron Monastery. Many warrior monks are there.
Hopefully.
Do you know Lizam, the one who went to tell Rim Elm about the mist?
Yes.
What? He's still alive? So he's at Hunter's Spring? Thank goodness. I was so worried about him. Vahn! So many people! Vahn, look at all the people!
It's a thriving marketplace.
They all look so happy. Now I feel kind of happy too. I want to talk to them. I want to talk about happy things. Vahn, do you think they'll want to talk to me?
Sure, they'll be happy to.
Yeah, you're right. I know they would. I'll see you later. I'm going.
So Noa has been living her whole life inside a cave talking to a wolf, and she's just realizing that she's an extrovert this whole time. So here she is at the weapons store.
Vahn, look at this. This is so cool.
Young lady, that's a fighting robe. It doesn't just look good, it'll protect those pretty arms of yours.
That's a little bit creepy, dude. Noah's like 12. Maybe even less, if you do the math. Anyway, Noa says,
Wow, that's great! A fighting robe, how cool!
What a charming young lady. I'll give you a good price.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute! You gotta pay for that! Money! You know, money!
Money? What's that? What's money? Tell me what money is.
Now, here's a fun little thing you can do. You can inform Noa the truth, or you can tell her, I don't know. Sorry.
For the heroes who saved Drake Castle, you don't know much, do you? Money is what you trade to buy things from stores like mine. The more monsters you beat, the more money you get. You know, G's, right? That's money. Oh well, if you don't know about money, you don't know. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the fighting robe for free, as a present from me to you.
So you get some free armor out of it.
Wow, thanks, mister. You're great.
How embarrassing. But next time, young lady, you have to pay with money, all right?
Uh-huh. Oh! I want to go over there. Let's talk to those people.
What a great kid. You'd better take good care of that, young lady.
Vahn's like, thanks, I'm 14. Right, Noah's at the item store.
Young lady, you sure are a studious type. That's why this thing here...
Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, uh-huh. Vahn, I'm almost done talking. Hold on a minute. Yeah, uh-huh. Thank you, Mr. Supply Dealer. I won't forget. Okay, now I'm going to give you a test about supplies. Which item restores HP the most when you use it?
So, we've seen healing leaves. If you've been paying attention, life water will increase your HP, but it doesn't actually heal you. And then, we have yet to encounter a healing flower or healing berry. So this is like a test of knowledge that you may not know until you've played the game one time already. But the answer is the healing berry. It does a full HP restoration.
Alright, next question. What does the Door of Light let you do?
It lets you find happiness and go to heaven. No, it lets you escape from a dungeon.
That's right. Wow, Vahn, you know everything. Alright then, last question. What is this supply dealer's name?
So we have to do this process of elimination here. We know he's not May. We've met Lizam. We've met Tetsu, which means Watts by process of elimination.
Wow, Vahn! How do you know that? You're so incredible. Very good. You know everything, don't you, Vahn? Here, take this.
So we get 10 healing shrooms for some reason. Just Noah's stash.
Oh! I want to go over there. Let's talk to those people.
Noah runs over to the inn, which we don't actually need.
Hey, Vahn! They said this is called an inn. What's an inn for?
Place for sleeping, a place that restores HP and MP. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna say, I don't know.
Hey! Vahn, you have a strange look on your face. Yeah, thanks, Vahn. I had fun talking to everyone. I'm done. Let's go someplace you want to go, Van.
I wonder if that's a little joke. A little bit of humor goes over the young kid's head. You should be able to stay in the back room of the castle for free. But if you want to spend your money, I won't stop you. It's good advice, Mr. Man. We should equip the fighting robe. It's a pretty substantial defense upgrade for Noah. I always wondered, since Noah grew up in a cave and was raised by a wolf, where did she get her clothes from? You know, that wolf being controlled by Terra didn't have opposable thumbs. Did Noah make it herself? And if so, what did they make it out of? Like, mushroom fibers? Discarded wolf hairs? It's a mystery that we will never have answered. See if there's anything else we can buy here. So there's a headband we can buy for Noa. Shoes we can buy for Noa. We can afford the armor for Noa. We might as well. Max out her attack, and it'll also give her a little bit of an attack boost as well. So we are maximum equipped. Oh, and we can sell the survival knife we have. We could save it in case we got a third-party member, but it's best used on Vahn. If someone else equipped it, it would mess up their ability to do arts. So we'll just sell it for 90 gold. If we really needed cash, we could sell the elixirs. I don't usually like to use the elixirs, but we'll hang on to them. You never know. What about the item store over here? Target chain, defender chain. Defender chain is actually a really good accessory. It increases the chance that your character will block, and that's where you take no damage at all. It's arguably one of the best accessories in the game. Yeah, we don't really need any of this stuff at the moment. Save our cash. So we can turn off the gate here, so we can cross the river. But before we do that, or before we cross the river, rather, we can revisit Rim Elm, because we've got a new member of the party. So it'll be interesting to see what people say about Noa. There's some fun little cutscenes you can see. You can also access this chest. Ah, okay, win book 1. So Noa can learn a hyper art. Frost breath. Cool. You can also revisit Hunter's Spring. I want to say that Lizam opens up a store. And he's got some interesting things for sale. Yeah, it seems like the encounter rate goes down, like once you've cleared the mist out. Let's take a look at Noa's new hyper art. Also, look at Noa. Look at how fly she's looking. The fighting robe is red with blue and white trim. We can also see her new headband. A little hard to see the shoes. Also, now that she's wearing Terra, you can see on her left hand. Like, Terra fits like a glove. It's a cool looking Saru. Frost breath. Let's check it out. Should be more than enough. Nice. Noah's got a wind elemental thing going on. Now, you could just run away from these sorts of fights, but, you know, why would you? It doesn't really take that much time, and you can get a little bit of extra money, a little bit of extra XP. Back at Rim Elm. Oh, whoops, I forgot to go to Hunter's Spring. Silly me. Hey, Vahn. So you came back to Rim Elm. You should rest. Will do. Our hunting's a lot easier now that the mist is gone. I bet. We've been catching a lot more game than before, so we don't have to go out hunting as often. Nice. Okay, it looks like a lot of people are not saying anything new. I think Ixis has something to say. Hey, Vahn, you got a pretty cute girl with you there. So every raw Seru comes with a cute chick, eh? You're so lucky. I'm just joking. Don't get upset. Yeah, thanks, Ixis. Jelly much?
Ray, Esto, and Juno. I wish you were here so I could tell you that the mist is gone. And so I could tell you that as long as there's life, there's always hope.
If the Genesis tree has such powers, why didn't it get rid of the mist sooner? Oh! Vahn! I didn't know you were there! I was just talking to myself, so don't tell anyone what I said.
The complaining lady.
Hey, what's this? Vahn, you brought a woman with you, eh? Where'd you find a cute girl like that?
People are calling her a woman. She's 12. Maybe. I think what we have to do is we have to apply some anime age math. You know, like, maybe multiply everyone's age by 1.5. Perhaps a year on Legaia is longer than a year on Earth. You know, instead of 14, maybe Vahn is like 21. If Noa is 12, maybe she's closer to like 16. Still a little bit squicky, but better than, you know, a prepubescent girl.
The power of the Genesis tree will protect us all from the mist, right?
I hope so, little girl. Nothing we can do here at the moment. Alright, let's see what May has to say. She's gonna be alarmed when I have the new hotness in tow.
Vahn? Who's that person? I'm Noa, a friend of Vahn's. Oh, I see. Noa. So you're Vahn's friend. I'm pleased to meet you. I'm May. I'm Vahn's friend, too. If you're Vahn's friend, that makes you my friend, too. Nice to meet you, May. Vahn, I like May. She's nice. Vahn, you've made a very charming friend. I'm happy for you.
I'm sure you are, May. I'm sure you are. Can we pilfer anything? Nope. May's just living in this house by herself now, I guess. Now that we've got this platinum card, let's see if there are new items for sale. And there are. Look at that. These items that are in blue, you know, you only can buy them if you have the platinum card in your inventory. Now, we already have Hunter's Clothes, and we already have the Scarlet Jewel. We could buy the Azer Jewel, but it's, we can't afford it, and we don't need to worry about that right now. But, that's the kind of thing that you can get now with your Platinum card. People are telling us to get equipped. Oh, this guy could teach us about weapons and armor. Let's see what he has to say. So he's talking about head, arms, chest, and legs. So upper and lower defense depends on where the enemy hits you. Gotcha. Thanks, Mr. Man. Let's see if the house full of old people has any new insights for us. Mr. Village Elder.
Vahn, Biron Monastery is far. Be careful on your journey. Hope that Biron Monastery still stands. That May's Mother Maya is safe.
Yes, okay. Seem to be any real updates here.
Biron Monastery is beyond the river to the north of Rim Elm. The teachings of Biron disavow the Seru. That's why I think the monastery still survives.
Pretty good odds. Let's see, does Tetsu have anything to say?
Ah, Vahn! What a darling little girl you have with you.
I'm Noa. Nice to meet you.
Noa, huh? And this child too wears a raw Seru, I see. Noa, shall I teach you a Biron art to use on your mission?
Yes, please.
Good, that's the spirit. Now, Noa, listen carefully. Besides, I see you already know the acrobatic blitz. Yes, Tetsu. You will also no doubt learn new arts from Biron warrior monks out there. Always strive to perfect your techniques. May Biron be with you.
Thanks, Tetsu. Start travel the seas together, lady. Alright, we'll stop in at home, and then we'll keep on keeping on.
Vahn, you don't have to say anything. I'm just glad that you've returned home safely.
Thanks, Dad. What about Nene?
Welcome home. You must be tired. Do you want to rest before you go?
Sure. Everyone sleeps in just, I guess, the single bed in Vahn's house.
Good morning. When you have time, tell me about your adventures, okay?
I'll save real quick. I think we're going to take a brief break here, folks. Not that I'm not sure if anyone's actually watching. Let's see. How do I... Okay. So we can... I'll be back very shortly. Okay, we are back. Everything looks to be in order. Sorry about that. I woke up with a migraine this morning, and my migraine medication does things to my digestive system. Little CTP lore for you. A little bit of TMI. CTP, TMI, LOL, BRB. Alright, I forgot to stop there last time. Let's swing by Hunter Spring real quick. Can we survive a single Gobu Gobu? Odds are pretty decent. I should also maybe think twice about drinking, like, seltzer while I'm streaming. I don't make the best decisions. In general. Okay, Hunter Spring. Let's see what's going on. Mostly we want to talk to Lizam, but there's looks like there's people from Drake Castle here too.
Did you know that the rivers run dry? Somebody must have closed the water gate.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't cause some sort of ecological disaster. Alright, Lizam.
Thank you. You freed Drake Castle from the mist. Oh, me? I cannot go back to the castle. I'm ashamed for failing to fulfill my duty to the king. That is why I opened a shop here. I'm a shopkeeper now. Welcome to my store.
Let's see, he sells some decent stuff here. The compasses are accessories that either increase your ability to ambush the enemy or decrease the chance of getting ambushed by the enemy. Very niche, quite expensive for what they do. Importantly, he sells the target chain and defender chain. Both of them are very powerful items. But again, we're kind of strapped for cash at the moment. But it's good to remember that that's here. So now it's time to cross the river and head to the new section of the map. But before we go to Biron Monastery, we should check out the entrances to the Mist Generator Valley. There are two of them here. And each of them has a little cutscene and a treasure chest. And if you don't stop by, you know, by the time you enter the valley, you'll miss the chance to get these treasure chests. And we've got new enemy types. We've got frogs. Those look threatening. Let's spear it up. They have a poisonous tongue. That's disconcerting. I believe frogs are a low enemy, so high kicks will go over their heads. So we need to take, due caution here. I think let's try just doing cross kick. That should finish off a frog, and then similarly, Noah can do, instead of Tempest Break, which would partially miss, let's do Bird Step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Ooh. They're tough enough to survive Noah. Ooh. Noah got poisoned. That's a bummer. Let's just bludgeon this thing. 60 gold for fighting a pair of frogs. Not bad. Seems like in this area of the map, there are new enemies. New varieties of enemies. Okay, let's see. Oh, not yet. Lipians. These creatures are kind of like a running gag over the course of the game. Like almost a mascot. It's hard to describe. Ugh. See, they can paralyze you. Or it does 1 damage. It's kind of either or. If a character is paralyzed, then they just can't take any actions. But if they are ever attacked or take any damage, then they will stop being paralyzed. So poor Vahn is currently out of commission. But that's okay. Hopefully we can... Okay, he's broke free. So you can see the Lipians don't do a lot of damage when they attack either, so the threat they present is pretty minimal. As a matter of fact, we can probably just finish them off with some regular hyper arts here. Yeah, Lipians will show up in weird places throughout the game. I don't know if they are plant creatures, fungus creatures, it's very unclear. But they sure do like kissing people and paralyzing them in the process.
Vahn, look, the mist! Come see it!
Just beyond this valley is the mist generator. The mist produced by the mist generator spreads out into the areas beyond the valley.
I want to destroy the mist generator. I want to get rid of the mist.
Noah, we should slow down. The mist here is too thick. My power is almost too weak to keep us from succumbing to the mist. If we only had a little more Genesis tree power. Just a little more.
Vahn, let's find another Genesis tree. If we find it, then we could pass through here and destroy the mist generator.
I love her little facial expressions. She's very expressive. Ooh, we got a phoenix. That was very useful. We burned up one fighting Caravan. The phoenix is the revival item for if we're knocked out. They're also very expensive, and I'm not sure if we can if anyone sells them at this point. So that was definitely worth grabbing. What about over here? Is there another cutscene, or is this just more of the same? Nope, no cutscene. But we can get a chest. Life water. Believe that increases maximum HP. And we will use it on Vahn. Because he will need all the help he can get for later in the game. Alright, on to Biron Monastery. Oh, there's an ostrich. Let's use magic. We can afford it. Let's see if a frost breath destroys an ostrich or not. Nope. Now, the more you use attack spells like this, the better they get. And eventually they start doing debuffs. Let's see, Gimard's magic level increased. Right. Just some regular attacks should be able to finish off an ostrich. Nice. 131 experience for a Lipian and an ostrich. That's not bad. How far away is Noa from leveling up, I wonder? Oh yeah, like one more fight. And Noa gets there. Can we get to Biron Monastery before that point is the question. To continue streaming or not continue streaming? That is the question. A lot of stuff is going to transpire here at Biron Monastery. I think this is a good place to stop. We will be, beginning the next major segment of the game. So let's use our magic to heal ourselves up. And we will save the game. And I think that's where we're going to call it for now. Maybe a little bit on the shorter side, but it's all good. This was kind of a transition segment before we begin Biron Monastery proper. I like this kind of setup where I'm streaming, even if the intention is less about the stream itself and more, gathering footage for a more properly edited video. I don't know. I'm digging this, and I hope that those few people that have been watching the streams are enjoying it too. Leave a comment, use the chat. Send me a DM if that is an option on YouTube. I'm not sure if it is. But we will continue this next time. Maybe tomorrow? Or potentially Wednesday. Alright, we're calling it. Have a good one, folks. I'll see you later. Peace out.